Hi, how y'all doing? It is Saturday, the 10th of May, 2025. Here in Ontario, Canada. The skies are blue, and some wispy little clouds just moved in, but it's been blue all day. Temperatures around 17 Celsius, I guess. Still haven't seen any birds, just seagulls. I slept pretty good last night. Woke up early, around 6. Just couldn't stay in bed anymore, and my ears were ringing really loud. The Schuman resonance is at 69 today, or 690, whatever way you want to look at it, right? So it's higher than the 27 we had yesterday. I haven't been doing much today, other than I made my dinner, watched YouTube, sitting and thinking, right? And it's Mother's Day tomorrow. And next weekend, after my birthday, it's a long weekend here. Canada Day. Not Canada Day. Long weekend. What's it for? Oh, it's some stupid thing. I can't remember now. I'd have to look it up again. Isn't that silly? Oh, well. So I was sitting here and I was thinking how quiet it is. Nobody's around. My neighbors aren't making noise or anything. And I was like, nobody ever checks on me. It's like I always get like this, right? This what happens when you get old. People forget about you unless you got something to give them, like money, my house, my car, right? Then they'll be around you. But yeah, I taught my children to be independent so they don't need me for anything, except for the youngest one. But he still lives with me. But it is the times we live in now, isn't it? Can't afford rent unless you got a couple of grand, you know, a month. But yeah, um, I was sitting here thinking, well, it's meant to be, or I wouldn't be alone, right? They say the chosen are always alone. It's something we do. I don't know why, I can't remember. But I think it's because we work on ourselves. We have deep inner work we do. And to keep the vibration high, you know. And then all of a sudden there's a knock on my door. And I was like, oh, wow. So I went downstairs. I was like, I wonder if it's the kids playing Nicky Nicky Nine Door again. But I seen somebody outside the door, and I opened the door, and it was my daughter, my granddaughter, and her dad, right? They had drove from Ottawa down to visit the family this weekend. She got rented a motel room, hotel room, whatever, in town, right? They have a swimming pool and a hot tub and a gym and everything there, you know. So I was like, ooh, money bags, eh? And yeah, they stopped in and visited me for a little while. I got to see my daughter. I got to see them all, right? Me and Opal, she gave me a stone she found, and I gave her a rock, a crystal that I had. She let her pick out of some, right? And then on their way, they went. They never stay for very long, half an hour or so, right? But they have his people that they visit, and my sister and my daughter's siblings. There's 5 of them, right? So she said she'd stop by again tomorrow before they leave and see me. So it was nice. It was unexpected, right? I love them all very much. So I'm grateful for that. I didn't expect that at all. Actually, I was sitting here and I was thinking, the old me would go out and try to find them, right? Would try to find somebody to talk to. Would start texting them, seeing where they are and stuff, whatever, right? But I've learned not to do that, just to sit and wait. And if the universe wants somebody to be around me, it'll send them to me. And then this afternoon, my daughter shows up, right? So I guess the universe didn't want me to be alone all day today, you know? I know people are seeing lots of UFOs and everything around all over the place. different stuff. Those balloons are still around, you know, that they made a big stink about a couple of years ago, right? Mr. BB333 shows them every once in a while on his channel over different parts of the United States. So, a lot of strange things are happening in the realm. Those asteroids are coming in, near misses. They're all spaceships. So, I wonder who's in them. I do. Like, the cats here are being really quiet today. I've seen them like once. They both came out to see me earlier, and then that was it. Then they disappeared again. So I think the high Schumans got them quieting down. I know my granddaughter was really shy with me too. She's not very verbal, right? She's like 6, and she doesn't form her words very well. I asked my daughter if she has autism, and she goes, no, she's just a quiet girl. But time will tell, because they'll label her something in school. That's what they do. That's what they've been taught to do, right? Everybody learns different. Everybody's different. These labels don't do any good at all for me. Unless you're an alcoholic, right? And then you're only one until you can quit. So, stuff like that. Or psychopath. Those are the kind of labels I was talking about, though. My voice is all weird. Can you hear it? It's not very loud. If I yell, I might lose it. If I talk loud. Emotions. Have you felt the energy of the full moon yet? It's another strong full moon, don't you know, right? On Monday. I can feel the energy from it already. It's always emotional. Always has to do with emotions, right? And today I was feeling a longing for the people I love. But then I realized what it was. And I put it, I just, okay, I know what that is, right? You know, if they want me, they'll reach out to me. It's not my job to reach out to them all the time. I've done it all these years. If they haven't learned how to do it yet, well, oh well, you know? So, yeah, emotional. We'll see what kind of emotions it brings up in you. Just look at it and see why you're feeling that way. See if you've changed it, if you know the reason behind it. All right? Same as I was listening to an astrologer yesterday, and she was saying from yesterday on for the next year, right, it's going to be a single white female energy in the collective, right? So watch out for that kind of behavior if you've ever seen the movie, right? And which is really strange because my son, the one that lives with me, he brought that up like a week ago, trying to tell me about the movie for some reason. And then she says it yesterday, right? The astrologer, right? Like somebody that's really shy and sweet, demure comes into your life, a poser, right? And wants to befriend you and be your best friend, and everything's perfect. And then after a while, you start noticing weird things about them, right? Because they're a psycho, you know what I mean? Like it was single white female, the woman she let move in with her tried to steal her life and ruin everything, and even offer, get rid of her because she was going to take over. This is a kind of psychosis, right? Mental illness. And they choose this from somebody that's been hurt when they were very young. And instead of healing it, they decided that they were going to hurt other people just because they were hurt, Which is very narcissistic. It is not good. Empaths don't do that. We learn from the trauma, right? The pain. And we'd be like, whoa, I don't want to do that to anybody. I don't want anybody to feel like that, right? The opposite of that. Single white female. The movie. Personality, right? Archetype. So yeah, if somebody's new in your life, go over them with a fine-tooth comb. Watch their every action. Listen to their every word. Make sure that they're not there just to ruin your life, right? Who was it? The tarot card reader, Janine, she was saying some people would karmatize or shit like this, right? Past life stuff. Some people have murdered you in your past life, or you've done that to them, or something like that, right? And so in this life, people pop into your life and it's like their persona, right? And they'll befriend you. And next thing you know, you're in a very toxic relationship kind of thing. So yeah, I guess because both my first and second husband tried to off me, maybe I hurt them in a previous life. If I did, I apologize. Although it's too late for one, he's already passed. Right? You can't hear me. But yeah. Weird stuff, right? I know. Very weird. Oh, there goes my voice. Very weird. Strange energy I'm feeling today. But who knows what they're doing. I was thinking earlier too. It's just about everything, how Egypt, they faked it. They took it from here, from the States, Arizona, to over there, right? And this theater, put up a fake city. And this would have happened thousands of years, or a long time ago. Maybe we shouldn't put a time frame on it. But a long time ago, right, that this happened, because they destroyed it over here. And I was thinking, and then another guy, Paul Cook, he's a YouTuber, right? He's a plumber, boots on the ground. He goes out and he has discovered all the infrastructure underneath all the old temples and cities and stuff like this, right? And nothing's else we've been taught. And he said he was talking to a man in Egypt that said that Napoleon made up the names for Ramses and Isis and all these ancient Sumerians, Egyptians, whatever, right? That was all the French that did it. Like, this is a long time ago, right? Gotta remember, at one time everybody was melanated before Big Mama brought the Caucasian, or before the Caucasians came, and Big Mama said we all had to give them a drop of melanated blood, right? By breeding and stuff like that, right? So they had a chance to ascend because they were made wrong. And I don't know where that came in, but anyway. So I was thinking, okay, suppose it's all made up. Then the purpose of Egypt and the Sumerians, and that would lead to the aliens, right? Is all just a big program, right? The energies of the planets, all this stuff is all programming. It's just all the program, right? What comes before that? Why did they feel the need to create such an elaborate lie to program us? Because we are gods, and I guess we weren't that easy to put to sleep. It goes so much deeper. I just haven't been able to put my pin in it yet. Maybe it'll come to me in a dream. I dream every night. The other night, somebody said to me, if you want a piece of land, if you want this land, not a piece of land, if you want this land, you need some animals. So I got a cow, a goat, a sheep. And then I was like, why did I just buy one of each? Right? But I had this great big piece of property, you know? Like, I don't know where the borders were. I was just on the land somewhere, like farm style, by a river. I thought that was different. But I should have got two of each instead of just one. I was being literal. Okay, I'll get an animal. I'll get a cow. Right? Yeah. All right. I know. I'm feeling weird. It's the moon. It's the energy, the high Schuman. Everything that's going on in the realm, all the confusion. Just got to keep our vibes high. Even though it's a dark world out there in the consciousness, right? Amongst those that got that, and those that just are dark anyway, right? Okay, that's enough. Every day, I'm wiser than the day before. Excuse me. Every day, I raised my frequency higher than the day before. And every day I have more to be grateful for than the day before. I love you all's consciousness. Enjoy this night or day. Okay? Okay. Bye. Oh, Schuman symptoms. Ascension symptoms. Not too bad. I don't have a lot of pressure in my head or nothing. My spine's icky. But yeah, that's always there. I had a couple weird little pains in my body, but didn't amount to nothing. Went away pretty fast. All right. So yeah, not too bad for being at 69. Okay. Bye.